Bro, the job market's cooked, nigga, the economy's cooked, everything fried, bro. I'm post-grad, right? I graduated 24, right?
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about this topic, which a lot of people, whether you're in college, just graduated, or have been out in the real world for a few years, wondering what went wrong. We were told the same story: go to school, get good grades, go to college and get a degree, and then life will fall into place. But now people are waking up to a harsh reality that college degree is not the golden ticket we were promised. In fact, for many people, it's starting to feel completely worthless. So let's talk about it. I put the stitches together so that you watch. I'll be back to share my truths.
Bro, the job market's cooked, nigga, the economy's cooked, everything fried, bro. I'm post-grad, right? I graduated 24, right? I know what day it is now. Nigga. It's damn near a year of me trying to find a job. I thought that I was safe because I fly planes, right? I don't fly the airline. Anyway, I fly planes. Nigga, nobody's hiring. Everybody's posting jobs, nobody's hiring. It don't make sense. Bro, I went to this one spot, right? I'm so flexible. I will work and fly planes in any state, any place. I went to Hawaii, right? This to Hawaii to apply to a job. She says, you know what? I decided, white woman, by the way, white woman. She said, I decided I only want to hire locals. This bitch is from Nebraska. The fine young lady is from Nebraska. What do we mean locals? You're not local.
Guys, one thing I'm starting to realise, yeah, as I research the job market more, I'm having more interviews, all of that, is that university degrees, yeah, are becoming more and more worthless. Like, listen, so the other day I had a job interview, right? This guy was there also, and he was telling me how he graduated a year ago. He got a first class at a Russell Group uni in a relatively good course, sorry. So when I asked him, so why are you applying for this job? Because he has an engineering degree, which is completely unrelated to the job, the sales job that I was applying for. And he said there's literally no flipping jobs, and his degree has basically been zero use. So it just makes me question, yeah, why am I here? Why the flip am I sat here, yeah, working for hours and hours on this degree that's basically I'm still gonna be unemployed. I genuinely feel like unless you're doing a degree like that's going to lead you to directly to a job such as medicine, healthcare, nursing, midwifery, all of that, there is no point coming to uni because you're going to be in the same position you are before the degree. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's stressing me out so much finding out how many people are applying for the same jobs as me, but they have full university degrees at Russell Group's first class in like good courses and they're still fighting for their lives trying to get hired at literally like sales jobs, McDonald's, stuff like this. And it's just insane, right? Because growing up and like in school, they make it sound like you get your degree and you're sorted for life. All you have to do is get your degree, study for your degree, get a first class 2-1, whatever, and you're sorted. That is not the case anymore. I don't know how it used to be. That is not the case anymore, genuinely. Yeah, if you're considering coming to uni, all I'm saying is, honestly, look at what pathway you're gonna go down, and yeah.
So I've been unemployed for about 15 months now. It's a really long time. I just got through a final round of interviews the other day, and I thought it went really well. I was really optimistic about it until I got an email this morning that I didn't get the job. And this has been my life for the past year. Getting interviews, going through rounds of interviews, and then not getting it. So it definitely takes a toll on you, and it's very frustrating, and anyone else in this job market knows what it feels like. And I know me just getting interviews is more than I can say for a lot of people who are also dealing with, looking for a job, but this job market is not for the weak, and I just have to go back to the drawing board now. So, yeah.
I'ma just say it. Being post grad, not being able to find a job is such a new trend that I hate, but it's our reality. So I graduated with my undergraduate degrees May 2023. I finished my MBA program last month, and throughout this year and some change, I have applied to hundreds of jobs, hundreds of internships, and heard nothing back. And I know everyone says your time is coming, be grateful, I'm grateful I have a job, but listen, when you're not working in your field, it can be very discouraging, number one. And two, it's just kind of like you feel like getting those degrees was a waste of time. You feel like you chose the wrong degree, or, it's just really discouraging. And I realized part of it could be the actions that I did not take while I was in school, but I also feel like colleges need to position us better to succeed when we finish their programs.
So I'm a few minutes early to my third and final interview for a position, and I am a fresh graduate, and I just want to come on here and give a little bit of insight to, that's so cute. You thought you were going to get the job, and you thought you were qualified to give people advice? Look what you got today. Yeah. This whole job search shit is so belittling, dehumanizing, and exhausting that it is like, I haven't even been applying. Number one, I thought I was going to get this job. Number two, I'm just tired of the rejection letters. I'm tired of getting a rejection email at 2 a.m. knowing that it was an AI system, and me knowing if a human would have saw that, I'm definitely qualified at least to be spoken to once. I'm tired of unprofessional recruiters who call you and, I'm going to pass your information along to the hiring manager. Make sure that you're looking out for an email. Never get an email. Never hear from anybody. I am tired of all of it. I'm tired of going on LinkedIn and seeing a post that was posted, not even kidding when I say this is no exaggeration, about 5 minutes ago. I'm tired of seeing them have over 100 applicants. I'm tired of going on job postings, reading job descriptions and be like, yeah, I got this. Going to the end, 3 to 5 years of experience. Some of them even say internships don't count. Okay, so those 3 internships that I have that equate to over 2 years of experience on my resume, whether I did them or not, those don't count. What? So that first clip, yeah, that was my first time getting to the final stage, the final interview. After sending in at least, I've applied to about 400 jobs in the last 2 months, 3 months, whatever. I started in October. 4 months. When I tell y'all I could have sworn I got that job, this lady walked me out to my car. We was sitting there, for an hour, not even really talking about the position, not even really talking about my experience, just talking. Being cool, just getting to know each other. What happened? And I bet you, because I'm going to ask her, I'm about to send her an email and be like, thank you for your consideration. I would really like to know, why did you move on to another candidate, considering I felt as if I had the experience and, developed a fairly cool relationship with you. Why did you move on? I can almost guarantee you she's going to say years of experience. I don't understand why it is so difficult for people who are fresh out of school to find something that's not fucking Subway. And even they don't want to hire you because you have a fucking degree. Why would you want to work at Subway? Because nobody's hiring me. Where's the bread? I can do this at least.
I could talk about this now because I've gotten past it, but the job market has been trash, and it's been trash every single time I've needed to look for a job. It took me 6 months to find the current job that I'm at. And what's crazy about that, it's not in any of the 2 degrees that I have, and I had no experience prior to what I'm doing now. But what was so frustrating during those 6 months of applying was the fact that I had the degrees, I had the experience, and I was qualified, and these jobs did not want to pay, first and foremost. And second of all, it's like all my credentials didn't matter. Or they were like ghost posting. So like jobs posting that they're hiring, but they're really not. But they just have the posting out there. And overall, it was just really frustrating. Last time I was applying for jobs, it took a little bit longer, but still at least like 6 months before I found anything. And back then I had like no experience. And even still, with the experience I have now, 2 degrees, experience in both of the fields, and was not able to find a job in those areas, or was not able to get a job in those areas. And honestly, during that time, I had to really figure out a game plan of what I'm going to do to not be put in that situation again. So really focusing on like business ventures and things to bring in money outside of working a 9 to 5. That's never really been what I've wanted to do per se, but having what jobs say that they want and them still not hiring you, or if they want to hire you, not willing to pay more than like 16 or 18 an hour. And y'all know that's not enough. That is not a living in today's economy by any means. But it really just showed me even more so. It just emphasized what I already knew, is to develop something for yourself and make it profitable. But it blows my mind every single time. Like, I got these degrees for what? I have this experience for what? I'm working for a contracting company right now. That's what I'm doing. That was nowhere on my board of expertise, but here I am. You know what? You figure out things and you make it work. But yeah, the job market's trash. Has always been trash, I feel like, since I've gotten out of college, but hopefully things will change in that area. But
That's a video, guys. I'm just here also to share my true sense, like what I think about today's video. Okay, our college degrees are worthless. People can't even get jobs. So we are always told with the same story. We need to go to school, get good grades, go to college, get degree, and then life will fall into place. But now people are waking up to a harsh reality that college degree is not the golden ticket we were promised. In fact, many people it's starting to feel completely worthless. So I've seen a lot of videos on TikTok which talk about this, and the reality is brutal. Thousands of graduates are flooding the job market every year, but there simply are not enough quality jobs to go around. And the ones that are available, they often require experience, skills, connections that college never really prepared you for. So now you have a degree but no job, and worse, you have got debt, stress, and the feeling that you were set up to fail. We were all sold a dream from the time we were kids. It was drilled into that college equals success. That if you followed the system, things would work out. But what we are seeing now is exactly opposite. People with degrees are working jobs they couldn't have done without one. They're in customer services. They're also in retail or gig work. Anything to make ends meet at this point. And every month, that student loan bill is a reminder that they invest in a system that gave them very little in return. The world has changed, but the education system has not. We are still teaching students like it's in the 90s. Memorize this, write that, take exams, repeat. But today, job market demands more. It wants skills, it wants creativity, it wants adaptivity. Employers are not just looking for a degree anymore. They want to know what you can actually do. Can you think critically? Can you solve problems? Can you contribute value from day one? And unfortunately, most degree programs just don't equip people for that. Meanwhile, people who learned how to code online, started freelancing, or picked up a trade are getting ahead. That they did not spend 4 years and thousands of dollars in a classroom. They learned practical income generating skills, and they're out here building real careers while degree holders are left wondering if they made a mistake. It's no longer about what you studied, it's about what you can do at this point and how fast you can prove it. Then there is the mental toll. You feel betrayed, you did everything they told you to do, you played by the rules, and still you are struggling. It messes with confidence. You see others on social media landing six figures jobs or living the dream, and you can't help that compare. But here's the truth: the system wasn't designed to help everyone win. Some people had connections, money, luck. The rest were sold a dream that wasn't made for them. College still act like they are doing you a favor. They pump out graduate like it's a factory, collect your tuitions, and then send you out into the world with no roadmap. And it's not just about getting a job anymore. It's about surviving in a world that values hustle, skill, and branding more than academic achievement. People are tired of the lies, tired of applying for hundreds of jobs with no callbacks, tired of feeling stuck. We need to stop romanticizing degrees and start focusing on what actually helps people succeed. That means real world skills, networking, self promotion, and hands on experience. It means teaching people how to build something for themselves instead of just begging for a seat at someone else's table. No, I'm not saying all degrees are worthless. If you want to be a doctor, engineer, lawyer, yes, school matters. But for those other paths, there are faster, cheaper, and more practical ways to succeed. Trade, school, online learning, internships, okay, and yes, even content creation and entrepreneurships are opening up new doors that don't require a traditional degree. We need to let go of the outdated mindset that college is the only path. Because for many, it's not just unhelpful, It's actually harmful. It wastes time, drain finances, and leave people delusional. We need to teach you, young people, that there are other options. That success doesn't always wear a cape and gown. That sometimes the smartest move is walking different paths entirely. So to everyone out there who's feeling stuck or frustrated because your degree doesn't open the doors you thought it would, you're not alone and you're not a failure. The system is failing, not you. What matters is now you do what to do next. Learn something new, build a skill, start to small, pivot, take risk. The world is changing and you have the power to change it too. Let me know what you think in the comment section. So I'll give you an example for me. So I went to school. I graduated in 2019. Okay, this is when I graduated. But until now, I have not found my job. So I did my clinical medicine, which I worked in the hospital. So I've worked part time in some jobs, but I've not gotten a full time job, and I've been applying for jobs since that time and I wasn't getting anything. So I just sat down and told myself, you know what, you've tried, like, yes, you got this degree, you have it with you, and what next if people are not getting you? Because if they're asking for experience, I have enough experience because I've worked as a volunteer at Red Cross. I have worked in different hospitals, so I have experience. So what other experience are you looking for? So I just sat down myself because I was tired of volunteering, and in these volunteer jobs now, they were not paying me. You get my point? They're not paying me. And here in my country, like, jobs are very hard to find. Like, for you to find a job, you need to sweat. It's not easy for you if you don't have a strong name, then it's very hard for you to get one. So I just sat down and told myself, you know what, you're going to create a job for yourself. You know how to talk, you know how to think. And I just decided to start my YouTube channel journey. And it's it's now, I'm building my channel, I'm building my brand, I've built my TikTok, and I've connected with different people. And I've started thinking differently, and I'm finding out I enjoy doing this job more. And I also think of going the route of doing something in mass communication, something like that, like just to do with my stuff. I don't want something which is going to take longer years and all that. So yeah, so I'm just building my brand now. Like, this is what I'm going to do until I find my job. Okay. Yeah, so I've just put my mind, my whole thing, like I'm just taking time. I don't want to stress. I just want to do my thing, okay? Because I won't just sit and cry. I have this degree, what am I going to do? So I just have to teach other skills myself. And I also have a small business which I run. I have a online dating tips app which I run. Like, I'm just trying to empower myself and create job for myself so that I shouldn't stress much. And yeah, so things have been going slow, and I'm trying, and I appreciate this moment for me because I've seen, like, I'm a very strong person, like I'm very disciplined, I think so, because I just sat down and said, okay, I'm going to create a channel and I'll be doing this. And here I am doing what I love. I love speaking. Even at school, I used to do a lot of presentations. Yeah, it was my thing. They knew that friends when she's around, she loved presenting and all that. So I grew up in such a sick home. Yeah, so I'm just trying to build my life, and I am proud of myself to start with, because if I was not this sharp, I think I couldn't have anything to do for myself. But at least I'm trying to create job, and I've given jobs to people too. Those who work for me, and I want to create more jobs for others, because I know living in this world is not easy without a job. You need something to come. You need income to pay your rent. You need income to buy food because everything is expensive at this point. And if you are watching this video, don't give up. Okay, don't give up. Keep looking for jobs. Also build your own brand. If you can do business, whatever you can manage at this point, just do it because we are not safe in this world. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate. See you in the next episode.